This is the Build Out West podcast with your host Tony Hyde from Evolution House and Lawn Specialists and Catherine Smith from Build Bright Builder Brokers.
If you guys are looking to build in WA or simply curious to see what's going on in building, you guys are in the right place. We're here to give insight with professionals in the game, coming to give the inside scoop. Episodes are uploaded weekly, so don't worry, we don't skip a beat and you won't either. Like, share, subscribe, sit back, relax, and let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Build Out West podcast with your host Tony Hyde and Catherine Smith. Hey Kath, how are you?
Good morning, good morning.
This is banging, hold on.
Get it out.
Right, that's it, done. Fair kid. I think we'll watch off as well.
Yes. Okay, so today is going to be a fun one. Pressure's on. We're in the hot seat. So a lot of the time when we interview clients or guest speakers, I guess, on our podcast, I like to do a little hot seat, which I'm sure they all hate and love. So today I said, let's do hot seat to each other. And today's my guest, Tony. Now, I'm going to split it into 10 business, 10 personal questions.
Yeah.
Some will rack your brain. Some are going deep. Balls deep even, you know? Okay. Some are serious. Some are not so serious. So prepare yourself. Now, full disclosure, I put time and effort into my questions. Tony, what did you do?
Opened up my laptop and used AI to get 10 questions.
Okay, so Tony wrote 10 questions to ask a female on ChatGPT. So who knows what questions?
No, I didn't. I wrote 10 business questions to ask a female on a podcast. 10 personal questions.
I'm assuming what questions you're asking
I
me.
had about 10 beers in me and I was quite impressed at what I came out with. So ChatGPT or AI, whatever you use, is pretty good.
Look, whatever fast tracks your homework, let's go.
It's the way of the world now.
All right, so today is all about Tony Hyde, okay? I'm going to start business, straight to business. Oh, okay, we'll start easy. Go easy.
Go.
Okay, what's your favourite part of your job?
That for me, that's really easy. And I think I spoke about it on previous podcasts. And if you haven't watched them, stop now, go and watch them. It's helping people. It's generally helping those single mums, single dads, you know, the people that don't believe they can get a podcast and stuff like that. Or the podcast, they don't believe they can get them a home loan to build a house and stuff. And when that comes to fruition, that's real. You know, I love helping everyone, but those ones are the ones that really, you know, then you really get into the thick and work hard for them and get the right people for you to get it done.
Yeah. What's one thing career-wise that you've learnt in the last year?
Trust your gut. Trust your gut with business. Trust your gut. If something doesn't seem right, it's probably not. And trust your gut and go and do a bit more work and research into what your feeling isn't right. I've not trusted my gut on occasions, and it's led me down a wrong path or put myself in a situation business-wise I didn't want to be in. I would say that, you know, trust your gut when something isn't right. Have a look at it because it's probably not right.
Yeah, I think also just giving time to reflect on things. You know, because a lot of the time you just, you know, you don't really like spend that time to think back on that situation and go, why did I feel a bit whatever in that situation? What was it that made me uneasy? You know what I mean? And reflecting on that.
I like to trust people from what they tell me and do that. And then if you break the trust, then obviously that's when it's broken. But on that, trust your gut when you're thinking, oh, it's not right. Just have a look at it and then don't let it sit in your head too much. Deal with it because don't let it take up space in your head because it'll just drive you insane. So yeah, that's what I would say. Trust your gut.
Okay. This is the question that I ask all people in my hot seat.
Okay.
If you were to build a house today, who would you build with?
I would go and see a broker like Build Bright or Evolution House and Land Specialist and ask them to take the reins for me because the builder right now might not be the right builder in 6 months' time, or the builder you may have built with might not be the right builder for your circumstances. So it depends. I'm not going to give you a builder that I think is the best because they've all got their niches and what they're perfect for. Hence the reason why I've got the brokerage company to do that. I know it's a bit of a roundabout answer, but
such a politician answer, but I kind of like it.
But it's true though. It's true. It depends. It even depends what area you're going to be in, what dimension the builder's going to be. So
okay, fair. I'll give that to you. What's your best personality trait that impacts your career?
I think I'm pretty genuine and transparent. You know, my life's out there for everyone to know. I've made mistakes in life and I'm pretty genuine open. I sit with clients and I won't bullshit them and just get them to sign up. I don't do that. If the deal is not there and I can't work it, I'll tell them that. I've had clients walk away feeling dejected because I've told them the truth and being transparent. And they're like, oh, but this sales rep said that, sales rep did that. I'm telling you the truth. So I value my transparency on doing the deals.
Yeah.
And even when they go with another builder, I always ask them if I can see the paperwork and go through it for them just to make sure they're not getting ripped off and screwed over. And I do that just because I don't want people to get screwed over. And if they have a bad time with a builder, they might come back and say, do you know what? Don't build with this guy. Go and see Tony because he actually did have the best interest. So that's kind of my best interest is transparency and openness.
Yeah. Okay. I respect that. What are your career goals for the rest of 2023? You got 5 months left.
5 months? Just to keep pushing Evolution House of Land Specialists to that point where it's just that it's a number one brand, or it's a brand everyone kind of thinks of. I really want to push it off with Build Out West podcast. I think, the two of them go hand in hand in working with you. That's my big goals for that, to get a real stable foothold in the market.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty strong in it, but just to really get to that point where can I start looking at having more and more employees working for me as well, things like that, and try and give that.
Okay. Who inspires your career?
Who inspires my career? Oh, gee.
I know. That's a deep one.
I think I've always kind of forged my own path sort of thing, looked for opportunities. I've had probably 3 big careers, and this is probably the third one. The first one, don't hate me for it, was a police officer for a long time in Scotland and out here, and then I worked at a major soft drink brand for a long time. Got quite high up there, an area manager, quite high up, and I always went back down the road of entrepreneurship. So I answer a bit of a wanky word, but owning my own business, working for myself. Had the opportunity with another broker in the business who was kind enough to show me how to do brokering and the house and land stuff. And I just love that, that. So for probably just the guys like, the Jordan Petersons, the Gary V's, those guys that are out there really pushing things, those keyword kind of, I'm inspired by that sort of stuff, that, the do it on your own story. There's nobody really in my family that's done the own business entrepreneur thing. Everyone's got big careers, but in working for a company, which is fine. I just felt I'd get to a level and I'm like, oh, I hate this now. I'm getting more and more constrained, or I'm taking on more pressure for an extra 20 grand a year, and I just didn't want that. So I want to make my own money.
I thought I was going to be your inspiration.
You're my inspiration to get big enough so I have my own podcast and have to deal with the craziness of it. I'm only joking. She's get to it.
Okay, this is a good one. I thought of myself. Why did you call your brokerage Evolution, and what's the message behind that?
So I've got a couple of other businesses. Like my brand is Evolution, so it's just like self-swinging. I'm sorry, Evolution. It was actually it was when I was doing like a mentorship program, and I wanted like a brand for the mentorship, like men's mental health sort of thing. I've still got that. It's the Evolution Mafia. I just like the evolution. It's always like we're always moving along. We're always never going to sit in one spot. We're all evolved. So the Evolution Housing Land Specialist will evolve to be first home buyers. Second, it'll always evolve. Do we look at a finance branch in the future? I want it to be associated with evolving. And it was actually a good friend of mine that brought it up, because I said, we got a name for the business, what I want it to be. I said some of my friends, and he's like, I like Evolution, and it was something to do with a WWE team, like the Triple H. I don't know, but I just loved Evolution. Really spoke to me, because you can throw in front of everything. Evolution Mafia, Evolution Housing Land Specialist, it all works. Evolution Finance, it all flows.
Yeah.
And then having this kind of name the way it does, I want it to be the brand. The people, oh, that's the Evolution brand. So I don't want to make it about me. Yes, I want to run it and own it all. I want the benefits of that. But I want the Evolution brand to be like, when you look at a Coca-Cola brand, it's what the brand's all about.
Okay, cool. I like it. What was your most important career moment?
And
in general?
I think.
What was your pivoting moment?
Having the balls to leave major drinks brand and go out on my own, because I knew within the broken world that the money, there's no money for about 6-7 months until you start doing the deals. That was pivotal, and I had some really great people around me at the time that really helped me and support me doing that. My ex-partner Tanya, she was really, really pivotal and supporting me through those 6 months. Yes, I think that was for in this area. This is probably the biggest pivotal moment for me, and it's probably happened twice now where I've left a career, being a sergeant in the police and then pivoting into a completely different career path. those things, having the guts to do it, it's never as bad as it makes out, and then, making a success of it.
Okay. This is...
I feel like you're trying to strip me up here or something.
Yeah, I'm like, these are good questions.
You've got an evil look at you now.
No, I am pondering.
Pondering.
Okay, I'm a philanthropist. How do you measure success?
For me, it's just, do you feel good about what you're doing? Are you happy with what you're doing? Success is different for everyone. No, some people do it in money. Money's important, I get that, but it's not important to me. I know how much it costs me to live a basic life, and how much what I could do. The more money I make, great. Obviously, everyone wants more money, and I want to be able to support kids and nephews and nieces and stepkids, and I want to be able to support all of that and still play my golf and stuff. But for me, am I happy with what I'm doing? Am I bringing value to people that I'm doing? That's my measure of success. I like my lifestyle that this provides me. Yes, we work Saturdays, we Sundays, work evenings, but I'm a bit of an avid golfer, so it allows me to golf quite a bit as well during the day. So you wake up, we work early in the morning, and in the afternoon you generally can be yourself, and then you kind of do a bit of work at night. That suits me quite down to the ground quite a bit. We do a lot of work in the morning or late afternoons, and then
So would you say more like the flexibility and freedom?
That's a real success principle for me. Is I've got the flexibility to go to the school, to watch the school sports day, to pick the girls up, to drop them off, to just have that flexibility that I can, I'll be there and drop the phone and be there without having to ask for time off and things like that. That's a real, I feel like I'm a success because I'm running my own show.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure I just said that in the start, when I'm a success because I run my own show. There you go.
And that's it. That's the end of the podcast. No. Okay, last career question. What's been your best decision you've made?
Taking Evolution House and Land Specialist out on the road on its own.
Okay.
Hardest and best. It was hard to do it. There were circumstances around it that kind of forced it to happen, but it was the best decision. It was needed. It was coming, and it was. I feel it's the best decision because I'm now completely controlling my destiny. We've got this together, but it's ours. Evolution's mine. Build Bright is yours. What that looks like in the future, we're pretty open to everything. But that's for me is the best decision I've made is taking Evolution out on its own. I think it's again the same as the other question you asked about career pivot moment.
Yeah.
This is on top of that would be taking Evolution to the next level and then growing it to be something that I'm really proud of.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Good. You survived.
That's the first question I worried about though.
I am also worried for you. No, I'm kidding. Okay. I will start light.
I worry about it because you know a lot about my personal life, so I'm worried about what the questions you're going to ask me.
These are the ones I actually don't know. Okay.
I don't even know
so it's not like easy ones. All right. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I'll still be in WA. I love it here. I came from Glasgow, and I love WA. I love the laid back lifestyle. I do that. I see Evolution House Land Specialist being the branch, having a couple of brokers under me. I also see I'm having a finance division and some sort of land bank database for really crappy bits of land that people just don't want to touch. Okay. I see those that's kind of things that I'll look at. That's where I want to see work-wise. That's what I see personally. Yeah, I'm quite happy being single, being on my own, and living my best life. And I live down south. I don't want to come any further north. I'd happily go further south. I just like the big blocks and the
space.
It's just the calmness of it. I lived in Glasgow. I grew up in that. I've seen the hustle bustle. I've been in Melt. I just want to be. I like my Sunday afternoon beers. That's what, and play my golf. That's all I really want. That's what, and being a success in here. And obviously the podcast having 1 million subscribers.
Wow, 1 million.
We can
That's half a Perth. Okay.
We'll never get that, but this
too ambitious. Okay. What 3 items would you take on a deserted island?
A boat.
Okay, feel it.
I something to play music on.
Okay.
And then some sort of like axe or spade or something like that.
Yeah.
And then just like an everlasting bottle of beer.
Oh, okay.
That's the 3 things I'd be quite happy.
What's your karaoke song?
I don't want to say. George Michael Faith.
What? We need to do this.
That's my song. That's my jam. Oh, and I do flow into a little bit of Neil Diamond sometimes as well.
Okay. How old are you?
42.
Okay. Mine's like One Direction, so I feel like we're in a different... Different.
They're classics.
Oh, okay. So my One Direction's a classic. Okay. No, all right.
Okay.
If you could go into the future for 10 years for 60 seconds, what are you doing?
I'm leaving myself a note of shares to invest in. Now, it'll come good in 10 years. Would post myself a note to say these are the shares to invest in now, so in 10 years' time I'm...
You got 60 seconds.
Well, just 2 or 3
Maybe
shares.
email yourself.
Well, whatever. I would let myself know this is what you need to do.
Shares, okay. Very practical.
Yeah, just there you go and just live off the dividends and never worry about it ever again.
Okay. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Oh, I think
I know it's a hard one.
it is, isn't it? Because I don't want to come across as a twat, but
Humble. It's a hard question. I was actually thinking
I
about it.
feel like I don't really have words, but I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm very open. I think you know that I'm an open book. When you get to know me, sorry, I will tell you everything. But I'm very trusting, and I think I'm a bit of a lad. You know, I like to get out there and have a bit of fun and enjoy myself. You know, once work's over, I'm out there and I'm having fun. So I think that's probably gonna. Don't know if that's the best way to describe myself, but yeah, that's how I feel. You know, that's what I think I am.
Okay, good. What's your biggest fear?
This has haunted me for years. It's the fear. It's not the fear of failure. It's the fear of people seeing me as a failure. A little bit different, right? I don't fail if I'm on my own and failing. It doesn't really bother me. But if I have people relying on me or people watching me, I actually care what people think if I'm a failure. Been working on it for a long time. You know, I'm big into self-development and reading all those books and podcasts. I love all that stuff. Yeah, that's one thing that I've really struggled with over the years. Is not taking that leap in some things because I'm scared of it failing for people to judge me on it.
To see, yeah, okay. What makes you angry?
People asking personal questions that I've thought. I don't know. I can't really say. I try not to get too angry. I go and then back down again really quickly. I think if you've seen me go angry, then I'm fine 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
It's more frustration than anything. Angry would just be people being dishonest and just lying and just being a dick. I don't really. That's probably the biggest thing is just people just not being or lying or using you not being honest. I don't mind people
Maybe
saying
non-genuine.
yeah. And unless I jump on the ice, so the ice rink, I don't take ice as an ice hockey. I play ice hockey. I get quite angry playing ice hockey or any real contact sports. I think that's why I'm so calm outside of the world, because I can take all my anger out on physical sports, so I can just hit that other guy really hard, and it's part of the rules of the game, and I enjoy that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. What would you change about yourself if you could?
I'd like to get rid of that fear of people judging me, and I'd really like to do it because it's been there for a long time. I think it's probably stopped me in a lot of my careers going to a next level.
I think fear of judgment is valid though. I think a lot of people have that. I think everyone would, you know.
It's not crippling, but it's hard when you're in an entrepreneurial sort of mindset. It kind of gets it, you know. It's going to go through life. I want everyone to kind of like me, and I understand that not everyone's going to like me, and I try not to care, but I just try not to. I don't like arguing. I don't fight. If there's a problem with someone, I like to address it straight away. You know, we've not had run-ins, but I had a chat to you the other week there about, you know, some things that I was feeling, and you were like, I didn't even notice it. I was like, I was feeling it. So I just like to make sure that we're all on the same page and no one's uncomfortable with what's going on, and it's all kind of transparent. You know, when we set up the podcast, Kathy, you were great and going through all the things to keep it very equal, and to have someone as a business partner that has that same mindset and really open, it's really refreshing to not, having to worry about what's going on in the background sort of thing, or is this legit sort of thing.
Yeah. What's your proudest moment in life?
I think I'm there's quite a few things. I'm proud of going out on my own and being my own person. I think I've spoke about that. Probably there's a lot of things through ice hockey I've done. You know, at a young age I coached the Scotland under-13 team. I've been pretty successful coaching ice hockey, and then I took a hiatus from it when I moved here. I've come back, and along with my brother, he's the head coach. I'm the assistant coach of the Perth Inferno women's team. So they play in the Australian National League, and then we also coached the women's state WA team, and we went and won gold medals. So we're like technically the national champions. So I'm pretty proud of the way that we've been able to, be really, ice hockey's given me so much. It's taught me discipline. It's allowed me to get my anger out in a controlled way, because body checking, even the fighting, it's fighting is illegal, but between two guys that want to drop the gloves and have a little tickle, it's fine, and it showed me teamwork, resilience. I got so much leadership qualities out of that. I feel like I'm quite a strong leader. Naturally, every time I've played sports, I became like a captain or assistant. If it's football, soccer, football, whatever you call it, ice hockey, rugby, all the sports I've played, I've always been in a leadership sort of spot. Wore the sea quite a lot of times, so that kind of stuff's really important. Yeah, I'm quite proud of all that kind of stuff I've done in the sporting career.
Yeah. Okay, so this is our last question. What motivates you to work hard? What's your drive?
My drive is I want to be, obviously, I want to be successful, seen as a success. That's driving me, but I like money. I like enjoying back. I like nice things. I like my lifestyle. I want to keep my lifestyle. I want to be able to, and I'm quite generous. I like to give people a lot of stuff. So that pushes me quite hard to generate that stuff.
Cool. All right. 20 questions. That wasn't too scary.
That was all right. No, thank you.
Wow, that was good. I'll learn some things about you now. You know what? I'm not scared of your questions. I'm just scared what's going to come out of my mouth.
I can't wait.
All right. See you next time. See you later, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
And as always, like, share, subscribe, follow, and share, please. Thank you.
Bye.